Let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So, Auntie Leah can do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Don't skip nothing.
No timestamps.
No verified time. So
Welcome, welcome.
This is for
Welcome back
Kendrick
to Kicking It with Auntie Leah. You know we do it. Please
Let
drop
the evidence
gang
speak.
in the gang and everybody. Share the live. Let's go, let's go, let's
Roll
go.
the footage, run it back.
Slow it down, don't cut that.
No time, no date.
How we trust where
Let's
it's
share the
at.
live right now.
Always full, but they say class in session.
Something ain't right, we applying pressure.
Roll the footage, zoom in.
Who is that?
Blurred faces, missing clips.
Explain that.
Truth don't hide, it come to the light.
Justice coming, yeah, we ready to fight.
Hey, pause, right there, rewind that frame. Same hoe tripping, but the story changed. They stamped the time, but can't verify it. If it's real evidence, why they won't certify it? 109, that's what they claim, but the flow of movement don't match that lane. Third block active, bills ain't ring, so why the hallway moving like a midday swing? Look at the body language through the drifting. Groups too loose, no teacher restrictions. Some going in, some doubling back. That instruction time, it's a timeline crack. Now zoom that corner, who just passed? Why that face look blurred so fast? Ain't no coincidence, that's compression to edit. Either way, something off in the way they present it.
If the truth was simple,
Salute,
it
salute,
wouldn't
everybody.
feel like this. Too many gaps in the story that
Salute, Theo. Salute, Ramonda. Salute, Darlene. Salute, gang. Everybody share the live. Roll the footage.
Slow it down, don't cut that. No time, no date. How we trust where it's at. Hallways full, but they say class in session. Something ain't right, we applying pressure. Let's talk patterns, not emotion. Watch the flow, watch the motion. Same kids looping through the same space, but the sequence off is a digital trace.
I'm just trying to share the live, y'all.
Segmented, why the movement looks slightly prevented. Like frames missing in between transitions. That's not natural, that's system condition. Now she focused, cafeteria side. Students stood up, all eyes outside. What they see that make them react. Was it lights, was it sirens or something like that? If that's the same day, that's a major clue. Because reactions don't lie like Satanists do. People respond before they can think. So what caused that moment? Pause and rethink.
You can blur a face, but the truth
Right,
still
we're gonna start
breathe.
here in a minute.
But the past won't leave.
Every hidden second, every silent frame.
Still calling out Kendrick's name.
Let's go deeper, doorways and paths. Who entered the gym, who double back fast. Original claims that nobody follow, but the footage got movement that's hard to
Salute,
swallow.
everybody.
Angles limited, camera don't stretch. Blind spots heavy, that's a major catch. So what happened then, what we don't see, that's the part they don't want you to piece. Now
We're
big
start here in a minute.
Just
Just waiting on some more
If the day
family
boom, the whole
members
case
coming
like
in.
January 10th or the 11th date. They have one detail, decide the whole debate. If it's the 10, why activity spike? If it's the 11, response look like too many questions, not enough proof. So we standing on facts, demanding the truth. No confirmed time stamps.
Thank
No
you so
full
much.
continuous footage.
No complete transparency.
So what are we supposed
Thank
to
you,
believe?
thank you so much for coming back to Kick It with Auntie Leah in the Truth Gang. I just hope and pray, guys, that we don't have all those trolls in here tonight. God knows I do not feel like being bothered with that mess. Let's do a little roll call. We got some people in the bushes, but right now we have old faithful Theo in the house. We have Ramonda. We have Darlene Robinson in the comments. A salute to everybody that's in the back that does not feel comfortable with talking right now. Again, I hope that we do not have a lot of trolls in here tonight. That's why I took the night off last night, because that stuff is low vibrational and very draining when you have all these people, racist people in your comments, making derogatory comments, trying to start trouble, won't even allow us to have a conversation. So thank you for those who have returned. I really appreciate it. And if I can ask you to please hit the like button and share the live, that would be great. We're going to start tonight. I want to read through some of the testimony in the trial, flow for the Karmelo Anthony trial. We got some videos that we want to take a look at. It's some things that have came to light that we did not previously know. But before we do all of that, there is one video that I wanted to look at, and it was actually pertaining to Kendrick Johnson. an update on his case. We have not forgotten about Kendrick. We never will, never can, unless it's something that's not going to happen. And guys, I'm still dropping footage every day when it comes to Kendrick Johnson. So shout out to Kendrick. And I just believe in my heart that one day that his case will also be solved as well. All right, so let's take a look. I really like the way that Indisputable breaks down cases and breaks down things. So I chose this video. Yes, I could read the article, but it's okay. I would rather just play his video. So because he gives a really good breakdown on this update. So let's get there. Everybody, please do not inbox me right now because this is being played on Facebook. It's being played on Facebook, so I don't want you to inbox me because it'll pop up, especially my sources. So let's see what he has to say about the update for Kendrick Johnson's parents' lawsuits. All right, let's go.
You see, and this is why, if you hold a position of public trust, what you do in one area will affect the other. Remember the judge that went viral for having, let's just say, an entanglement inside of her chambers in Atlanta? Okay. That judge is the Fifth Circuit Court judge, federal judge, and major lawsuits fall in her lap. She had a major voting rights lawsuit that came before her bench that she had to recuse herself of. Not because she wasn't qualified to rule on it, not because she was unavailable to rule on it, but because she was dealing with the public entanglement issue. There's another case that came into her courtroom, or that's in front of her court, and it has to do with Kendrick Johnson. I've talked about this case many times before. Let's put up the picture full mass. I want to remind you of the story of Kendrick Johnson. If you are from Georgia, you know this story very well. If you're not, you have probably heard of it before. Some years ago in Georgia, that young black male you're looking at was found rolled up dead in a gym mat inside of his high school. Okay, this was down in South Georgia, a place called Lowndes County. A lot of misinformation, a lot of alleged cover-up, a lot of missteps with investigation
Right.
Agencies, including the sheriff's office at that time. And to this day, nobody has been held accountable. So a federal lawsuit was filed by the parents of Kendrick Johnson, has been reassigned to a fifth judge, this time to a jurist facing impeachment over a misconduct scandal, including sexual encounters with a high-ranking cop inside of her chambers, which we covered.
Do you guys remember that it was a video going around of that judge, the scandal where she actually was in her chambers with, like he said, a police officer, and they was having very loud XCX. This is the judge that was Kendrick Johnson's lawsuit was assigned to, the most recent one. And it's diabolical because she is going through a scandal and an impeachment process. So why would they give this lawsuit to her? It's almost like they're mocking the Johnsons and mocking the case. Yes, she is African American, but at this point, we don't care what color the judge is. We just need the judge to be ethical. So that's what he's talking about. Let's keep going.
District Judge Eleanor Ross was assigned to the case on June 9th. The same day, Judge Stephen D. Grimberg recused himself without any explanation. Her assignment came as a Georgia congressman introduced articles of impeachment against her based on the findings from a judicial misconduct report. So when she was first investigated for having these extramarital affairs, it came to the attention of the judicial bench in which she serves. According to the official report, clerks who work at the court could hear her sexual escapade from her office.
Wow.
And she, the judge, had to write an apology letter after initially lying about the encounters. Okay, there's more. Kendrick Johnson's parents say the impeachment drama is not what concerns them. Quote, having sex is not considered a felony, Kenneth Johnson said in a telephone interview with Atlanta Black Star. Quote, all this fraud, all this lying that these judges turn a blind eye to, that's way worse than someone having sex on the job, end quote. The Johnsons believe their son was murdered after he was found dead inside a rolled up mat in the gymnasium at Lowndes County High School in Valdosta, Georgia. This was back in 2013. And that investigators have covered it up, even after officials ruled his death an accident from positional asphyxia. Now, basically, they're saying he suffocated himself. They have filed multiple lawsuits since 2014, only to have them dismissed on procedural grounds. That usually means either the attorney or if the parents are doing this themselves, they're not properly navigating the federal court to apply the rules,
and we all know
to file properly.
That
now,
we have discussed this before, that they are not using an attorney, and I'm not sure why they're not using an attorney, but basically the cases have been dismissed because of procedural errors. That's what he's just saying. So I wish that there was an attorney out there that would step up and really help the Johnsons get this case moved in front of a jury. And that's what he is talking about right now.
2013. I remember receiving a call from the Lowndes County Democratic Party. At that time, 2013, I'm the political director for the Georgia Democratic Party. We get a call from one of the chapter leaders of the Lowndes County Democratic Party. At this point, you don't have media coverage, none, not even local media coverage.
Right.
The story seemed so extreme because the only reason they were contacting us at the headquarters or the state office is because the Lowndes County Democratic Party and activists affiliated with the matter felt as if the investigation had been stalled or they were trying to cover up something. You had an FBI agent involved because he had a child that went to the same school. You had a sheriff that had a cozy relationship with the coroner. It was a lot of variables to sort through.
Okay, so the sheriff had a close relationship with Rick Bell. The coroner, Bill Watson, and the sheriff had a strained relationship. They did not like each other, which is the reason why it took him 6 hours to call Bill Watson to the scene after the body of Kendrick Johnson was found. I just wanted to correct that fact. Everybody that's familiar with my channel, Truth Gang, we have researched the Kendrick Johnson case extensively, so we know what's really going on.
We got involved, and we got involved heavily to bring national attention to this story. Still, no resolution, and now the irony of the case landing before Judge Ross. There's more. The latest lawsuit, filed on March 3rd, targets the federal judges, the family accusers, of denying them the opportunity to present their case to a jury. Quote, they don't want it to go to trial because of the amount of proof it shows, Kenneth Johnson said. They're trying their best to keep it out of court and keep this thing on a hush-hush, and these judges are helping them, end quote, he said. So I want to give you more details about the lawsuit. So listed as defendants are Chief Judge Lee Martin May, Judge Sarah Jarrity, both judges are pictured, as well as the Northern District of Georgia, who are accused of having joined the murder cover-up conspiracy. That also includes Lowndes County Sheriff's Office, the Valdosta Lowndes Regional Crime Laboratory, and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. The case was initially assigned to Judge Jarrity, even though she is a defendant, because the court uses an automated system that randomly assigns judges to cases. She recused herself days later. And the case was then assigned to Judge Amy Totenberg. I know Amy, or at least loosely, who declined to take the case, followed by Judge Steve C. Jones, who then declined to take the case. So Grinberg, I'm bringing you to current era, Grinberg took the case. He took the case in mid-March. And then he stepped aside. So he took the case in mid-March before stepping aside in June when it was assigned to the current judge, Judge Ross, who's under the spotlight and possible impeachment.
Right.
About 2 weeks after news of her reprimand for repeated inappropriate encounters with an Atlanta police deputy chief in her chambers over a 2-year period went public, the reprimand also accused Judge Ross of attending a partisan event tied to Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis's campaign, conduct that federal ethics rules prohibit. So there's a representative named Andrew Clyde, a Georgia Republican, and a complete tool. He decided to file the articles of impeachment against Judge Ross based on the reprimand by the 11th Circuit's Judicial Council. Just a reminder, you cannot fire a federal judge. Federal judges can only be removed by impeachment, cannot fire them. So no matter what the investigation found, and the fact that she admitted to lying and then wrote an apology letter about her behavior, you can't remove a federal judge under any circumstances unless you impeach them.
Right.
Now, there's a small caveat to that, but it has to be extreme and visible corruption. But outside of that context, that judge has that job for life. In an apology letter to former clerks, Judge Ross acknowledged her actions and said her actions were patently wrong. Quote, "I have no excuse and immensely regret my behavior," end quote, she wrote according to the New York Times. Kenneth Johnson, that is the father, said he is troubled by what he describes as courts repeatedly shutting down their claims without allowing a jury to hear the evidence. Quote, "None of these people are doing their job when you have so much evidence before the court," end quote, Kenneth Johnson said. Quote, "It is so much harm being done by these judges and these U.S. attorneys. A black child being murdered, not only a black child, any child
Right.
being murdered on the school campus. How do they turn a blind eye to it?"
Right.
He continued. We're going to obviously bring you updates as updates develop. But keep in mind, in the original story of what happened to this young black male high school student, he was athletic. So the narrative that somehow he unalived himself accidentally did not fit. It just didn't fit
At all.
And they wanted everyone to believe that somehow this was all done by himself with no aid of anybody else.
Right.
And this was just an unfortunate, extremely nuanced and unique thing that just happened to take place at the Lowndes County High School. Obviously, from day one, the parents didn't believe it. Many of the teachers didn't believe it. And many of the community leaders did not believe that's what happened. So we will continue to monitor this. And yes, there were issues, allegations about organs, etc. All of these things were considered missteps in the investigation.
All of it.
But to those who believe there was malfeasance, they say that points to something else happening, and we haven't yet discovered it, and justice is warranted. You see, and this is why, if you...
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your patience. If you guys don't know who Kendrick Johnson is, Kendrick Johnson was found in a rolled-up gym mat on January 11, 2013 at Lowndes County High School. This is the kid who basically is the opposite that's going on right now when it comes to investigating and proceeding justice for a kid that was unalived at school. You have Kendrick Johnson, where they just completely did not investigate at all, call it an accident, botched the autopsy, I'll call it a lietopsy, created this narrative was basically impossible, did not try to lock up anybody, barely interviewed anybody. His organs were stolen. The parents did not, get his clothes back. All type of corruption. The dates are all misconstrued. The FBI father that was involved in his lawsuit that he filed, he said that Kendrick Johnson's body was found on January the 10th at 1:30 p.m., which is the day he went missing. It's all kind of diabolical things going on with that case. So, and to me, the direct opposite of what's going on in Karmelo's case, if you ask me. And what do you mean by that? What I mean by that is, in Karmelo's case, they rushed. I mean, rushed. Even the defense attorney rushed through this trial just to throw this murder conviction at this 17-year-old kid. Where in Kendrick Johnson's case, they did absolutely nothing to get justice for this 17-year-old kid. And both incidences happened at a school. And I'm trying to make it make sense. You try to not even think about that he was bullied, he was cornered. We're going to get into the testimony. I found like a summary of testimony on the Karmelo Anthony case that I want to get through. And I got somebody who actually wants to come up on the panel. She was actually in the courtroom during the trial. Hold on a second. She wants to come up as well. Link in your chat. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And we got a couple of videos that we want to look at as well. And we're going to ignore the trolls who decide to come up or show up and try to disrupt our live. All right, so let's get some roll call. We got Ramonda, we got Darlene, we got Sister Scoop, Kanidra, we got Campbell. Thank you for being here. Theo, Richard, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Bor, I can't really say your name. Let me see. It's gotta suck. Oh God. Okay, these are all trolls. All right. Who are you? Drop a link. Okay, I did put it in your chat. Hold on a second. Here is the link. If you can please go to the, Real Dumpster, you don't have to be here. And you can never call me out on no lies, because I'm not going to tell no lies. All you're doing is wasting your breath or your fingers or whatever and being a bully. And guess what? I don't give a damn. If you've been on this panel before, if you have not learned by now that Auntie Leah don't give a damn, I need you to know right now that I don't give a damn, because you need to keep your hands to yourself. Now, see, I wasn't going to try to get hype with y'all tonight, but y'all always coming up in my house thinking y'all going to punk somebody and thinking you going to bully me. But I would never let you bully me. And see, you got that Austin Metcalf mentality. And that's the problem with y'all. Y'all think y'all entitled. Y'all think y'all can just come anywhere and say any goddamn thing to anybody and there'll be no consequences. Well, you got life effed up. Because you don't have to be here. You don't have to be here at all. The link has been dropped. All right, so while we're waiting on our guest to appear, there is another video that I wanted to bring up. I'm going to not entertain these fools because they get on my last nerves. This ignorant trying to justify another kid, you're welcome, putting their hands on somebody and thinking that that person was just supposed to get beat down by twins. You got life messed up. Very bad. Nobody taking that stuff in 2026. Absolutely not. I teach my kids not to bully. let's watch this one video that was given to me. Let me see. Wait a minute. All right, yes, let's watch this real quick while we wait on our guest to come up. I'm not a victim. I won't be bullied. You stupid because you coming in my house with that BS. I'm not at your house. Are you crazy? I can say what the fuck I want to say at my house, and Lord forgive me. But these people are always testing me.
What you be doing? Rise!
So who's Carson Young? So Carson Young allegedly is the kid that ran. See, but it was two kids. See, people are not, they're forgetting there was one right behind Carson. Allegedly, that's who it is, Carson Young. They're forgetting that there was one behind him that also ran through to the trash can and tossed something. I've showed it more than once, but they're saying that Carson Young allegedly is the kid that ran to the trash can and dumped something in it. So I thought this would be talking, but this video is not particularly talking, so it's kind of making us read what they're talking about. So let's just take a look at what this is saying. The first slide says, meet Carson Young, the witness who testified against Karmelo Anthony. Did his testimony match the facts?
What you be doing? Rise! Straight with them suckers on.
Meet Carson Young. Okay. There's Carson Young. I'm trying to follow this video.
Niggas on band.
This one says Carson Young moments before the Metcalf twins aggressively attacked Karmelo Anthony. Okay, he walks in behind either Austin or Hunter. I cannot tell them apart. Carson Young, is that you throwing something in the trash can? That is the first kid. But it's one, as soon as he runs back, another one comes as well. All right. Carson Young, what did you throw in the trash can, and why were you running so fast to get away? That's a good question. So this is Carson Young. That looks like that's Austin and Hunter, and I'm not sure who the other kid is. This is all alleged. I have not verified this myself. So this is all of them at some picnic, allegedly, I guess getting their story together. And it says when everybody's in the same circle, the truth starts sounding different. It really does. We know that, especially when it comes to teams, especially when it comes to football teams or track teams or basketball teams. They're like a family. So they're going to cover for one another. They're not going to go against the grain. And we all know that. But allegedly, this is at the Metcalf's house. I'm not sure, or I can't state it as a fact, but I'm just letting you know that's what is out there. So here is Mr. Carson again, and it says lying under oath is a crime. We all know that they did not tell the truth. Okay, so that's the end of that one. Has my guest came yet? Hold on a second. I was trying to find another video. Hold on a second. Give me a moment. People have sent me videos. I'm trying to find them. I really was waiting on the guest to come, but let's see. Let's watch another one. And drop your questions in the comments for me, please. And please don't piss me off. So, all right, let's take a look at what this guy is saying. This is from DJ Soul Child. DJ Soul Child. And share the screen.
Bitch. There's a thing called accountability, my brother. If it wasn't for you gassing up your twin would not be a pack right now.
Absolutely. I agree.
You gotta take some kind of accountability for this, gang.
That's
You
Hunter.
was sitting here trying to bully somebody.
Right.
Y'all jumped somebody. You hyped them up. You hyped your brother up.
Yep.
To jump somebody with you because you was too scared to do it on your own, and he got packed up. Now
Unfortunately,
your brother a whole pack. Everybody's smoking on that, bro.
this is for the
You
trolls.
should be in jail right along with Karmelo, to be honest.
Eddie
Karmelo
too.
got 35 for poking him. You should at least get 10 for instigating that shit. What is you talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. How many do you understand that if it was not for Austin starting ish with Karmelo, that none of this would have happened? None of this would have happened. None of it. So I absolutely agree with this guy that we just heard his video. The guest still has not showed up yet, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start reading the testimony from that day, from day one of the trial. Let me see. I got it off this website who actually does recaps, and I really do like the website. It's a lot of arguing going on, but we're not going to read the comments. I'm interested in the trial and the testimony, so we can kind of get a feel of what the different kids said. I did request the file just to let you know. They sent a letter back. They sent me a few documents like the arrest report, mugshot, a lot of redacted names. None of the students' names are displayed, and basically they said they sent it to the attorney general just to see if they're able to release it. But when I read the letter, no, what they did was they sent it to the attorney general so that the attorney general will rule that they don't have to release it. So they're not trying to release this file to anybody. It was 69 people that actually requested the case file that day, and they sent a mass letter, just lumped us all together. I'll hold on a second. Let me see if I can show you. Stop share real quick. I'm gonna see if I can show you this letter. I got so much stuff open. Let me close some of this stuff out. Close some of this stuff out. Maybe I can show y'all. Bear with me, people. Y'all know Auntie be having a little bit of technical difficulties trying to get stuff together. So much stuff is open. All right, let me see if it will show now. Johnson's lawsuit. All right, so it should be able to show now. So let me see. Oh God, you kidding me? I apologize for the delays here. Let's see. I dropped the link. I don't need to read your comments. You're an idiot. Why would I don't even need to talk to you. You in my house. The hell? Read your comments for. All right. So let's just go here. I'll pull that up later. So let's just start reading. It's the first day of trial. And this was on June the 4th, 2026. Opening statements and testimony. 5 p.m. Jobin Paniker reports. The state's next witness is Coach Vincent Hooper, track and football coach at Heritage High School. Asked about track culture and use of the tent, he said, "You want your kids in your camp." He said after the stabbing, another coach asked him to hold Anthony. So he said he put his arms around him and asked, "What did you do?" Coach Hooper said Anthony answered, "He put his hands on me. I stabbed him." Coach Hooper told Anthony that this could change his entire life if Metcalf died. Hooper testified that Anthony told him he's not going to die. Metcalf's mother, who was in the courtroom, began crying. Hooper described Metcalf after he had been stabbed. He was pale white. There was a puddle of blood. Defense lawyer Toby Shook asked Hooper whether he agreed that Anthony genuinely felt upset about the incident. Hooper said he did. So I'm wondering if this is the coach that was walking with Karmelo on the field. Is this the coach that he ran to? All right. At 4:30 p.m., John Paneker reports on the next witness. The prosecution next called Tiffany Whitaker, Memorial High School athletic trainer. She told jurors the track tent is like a locker room. The visiting team does not go to the home team, which she called an unwritten rule in track culture. She was working the district meet at Kendall Stadium in Frisco on April the 2nd, 2026. She said there was a lot of confusion on that day because of the rain. Some athletes were on the field, some were on the bus, some were under the tent. At one point, she said she heard screaming. She said a student pointed out Anthony as the person involved. She said she told another coach that Anthony stabbed someone and to get in front of him to prevent him from walking further. Whitaker testified she tended to Austin Metcalf, performing CPR until paramedics arrived. I am an autopilot. You just keep going until help arrives, she told the jurors. She said she was not hopeful when she saw the wound. Okay. At 4 p.m., John Paneker continues his account of the prosecution's second witness, track coach Robert Starr. Let's see if we got. Hey, Tasha, thank you so much for being here. We got a lot of calls. Now we're not going to entertain them. They're bullies. Don't have to be here. They're just bullies. All right. That Austin. We got a new saying. It's called that Austin Metcalf mentality. Crazy work. Okay. So John Paneker continues his account of the prosecution's second witness, track coach Robert Starr. That's the coach that we read his statement the other day, the African American coach. Starr testified that kids have to sign a code of conduct that includes a prohibition or weapon. I don't even know that don't even look like. I can't say that word. Anybody, you guys know that. On bringing weapons to a school event. He said kids bringing weapons may happen in some inner city districts. He said Memorial was hosting the track meet. He asked several of his upperclassmen to be leaders on that day. He said he sent a text to Austin Metcalf to step up and be a leader that day. Notice he said be a leader. He did not say that he told Austin Metcalf to police the tent. That is the current narrative that is going around in social media. The trolls are saying he was told to be over the tent. He was told to be over the tent. No, he was not. He said he asked him to be one of the leaders that day. He asked him for help. But please note that there is no way that Karmelo Anthony would know that Austin was chosen to help be a leader that day, especially if this huge guy is being rude and threatening and in his face. So whatever, let's keep reading. The coach testified that when he went over to check on the commotion at his team's tent, I see Austin on the ground and his face is purple and there's a hole in his chest. Coach, do something, the coach said Hunter Metcalf told him. He said students pointed to Anthony as he was walking to the track. The coach said he approached Anthony. He was walking very calmly, and I asked him, what the hell did you do? He said Anthony responded, he put his hands on me. The coach told jurors he threw his hat and put his hands in the air as he was overcome by frustration and emotion. Okay. Everybody was praying. The coach testified being emotional. I just knew Austin was gone. The coach identifies Anthony in the courtroom, saying he looks different now. He's clean cut today. Okay. At 3 p.m., senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez filed these notes from the morning proceedings. Before the courtroom doors opened, Karmelo Anthony's family and friends formed a circle, held hands, and prayed. More than 100 people waited to get a seat inside the courtroom, but there were only 27 open spots. Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis sat on the front row. "We are here because this young man, Karmelo Anthony, decided to take a knife to a high school track meet." Prosecutor Bill, I can't say his last name, I think it's Worski, told jurors during his opening. "This case has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with self-defense," Worski said. Worski told the jury Austin Metcalf shoved Anthony, so he launched a sneak attack. Austin Metcalf pushed Karmelo, and Karmelo launched a sneak attack. Okay, I'll call BS. He said Anthony goaded Austin when he was asked to leave. "You have to make me." Doesn't make sense to me. He said, Worski said that Austin had only been in the stadium about 6 minutes when he was stabbed to death. 2 minutes after Austin got to the tent, Anthony enters the picture. Why are you lying? We clearly see on the video that Karmelo was sitting under the tent, and Austin and Hunter and 4 other thugs, walked to the tent and approached Karmelo Anthony. The prosecutor is lying. Did you not watch the video, sir? The one that was released to the public? This is diabolical. The prosecutor is lying on the earth. Oath, not earth, oath. This is pissing me off. All right. Word said that Austin had only been in the stadium about 6 minutes, which we know that was a lie, when he was stabbed to death. 2 minutes after Austin got to the tent, Anthony entered the picture. I mean, that's this. Why are prosecutors allowed to lie? The integrity of this whole case was diabolical. Everything that they're saying goes straight against the footage that they released. Period. Metcalf told Anthony to leave. Anthony said, "Touch me again and see what happens." Okay, so what happened to the first touch? Because Karmelo clearly said, "Touch me again." What happened with the first touch? Why is everybody skipping over it? And why is it allowed? They need to release the file. So Metcalf took the bait. Well, he shouldn't have took the bait. If Karmelo said that, and I don't believe he did, but if Karmelo said that, the right thing to do was for Austin to say, "All right, man, hold on," and go get a coach. And brought the coach back. I bet you Karmelo would have left if an adult or a third team would have asked him. But Metcalf did not do that. Metcalf, by the prosecution admission, took the bait, but it wasn't bait. If you ask me, there was a 17-year-old versus another 17-year-old kid. Whatever. I don't believe nothing that they say. And Anthony swiftly and subtly stabbed him. That don't even make no sense. He said Metcalf told Anthony to leave. Anthony said, "Touch me again and see what happens." Metcalf took the bait, and Anthony swiftly and suddenly stabbed him, Whisker told jurors. Coaches stopped Anthony, who told them, he touched me, as if that fact justifies this act. I think it says yes, as if somehow that fact justifies this act. We all know it was more than a touch. And as if somehow that fact justifies murder, Work said. Defense attorney Mike Howard told jurors, hold on, let me see something real quick. Check the comments. None. I mean, this is like a summary. They won't release the file. And that's what's crazy. That's diabolical. And you know we really, really need it. So that we can really dig into it. We want to find the discrepancies. We want to find the lies. We want to call them out. We want to do all of that, but they don't want to release the file. The prosecutor is clearly lying. Isn't that not against the law? I mean, that's just crazy work. We're looking at him under the tent. He's under the tent already. And he's saying that Austin was already at the tent for 2 minutes, and there comes Anthony. I don't believe this crap. The way they railroaded this kid, it's just diabolical. Hold on a second. Do you need the link again? Hold on a second. All right, so let's get back to reading. I was waiting on our guest. She'll be here soon, along with some other people. They were actually in the courtroom, and I cannot wait till they get here. I really want to know their, their response and how it really was being there. So I think that's very important. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so coaches stopped Anthony, who told them he touched me. I already read that part. Defense attorney Mike Howard told jurors in his opening that they should believe less than half of what you see. There is a lot of completely false information, and I agree. But I also know that you were paid opposition, that you really wasn't defending this case. So I'm not on your side either, Mr. Mike Howard. But let's continue. He said Anthony, trying to get out of the rain, goes under the other team's tent because he sees someone he knows and goes to talk to him, Eddie. We all know that a witness testified that Eddie called Karmelo to the tent. So Karmelo goes to the tent, sits down by Eddie, who then pulled a Judas on Karmelo on the stand, completely betrayed him. I wonder if it was for the same amount of silver that Judas betrayed Jesus for, but we'll keep going. He doesn't slip in like some thief in the night, Howard said. He added that there were about 10 to 15 students under the tent. He said Metcalf and his brother confront Anthony and tell him to leave. As long as you don't touch me, we are cool. Now, that's believable. That sounds more like Karmelo, if you ask me. As long as you don't touch me, we cool. That's what I said. As long as you don't touch me, we cool. I can imagine he said it just like that. Howard said his client told the boys. He said Anthony was seated. Austin was being aggressive. At 2:30 p.m., Jobin Panica reports. The prosecution's next witness is Robert Starr, head coach. I thought we've already read it, but this is from a different reporter. Head track coach for Memorial High School. He also the strength and conditioning coach for the football team. Okay. He coached Austin Metcalf and his brother, both linebackers for Memorial. As prosecutor Bill Wisk shows jurors pictures of the Metcalf brothers, their mother wipes her eyes. Coach Starr told jurors about the importance of these team tents at track meets. He said they are meant specifically for students of the school. Prosecutor asks, do they have a policy on bringing weapons? The coach says, weapons are not allowed in any shape, form, or fashion. Credit, WFAA, that's the source. The line to get into the Collin County Courthouse on June the 4th, 2026, when opening statements and testimonies begin, the Karmelo Anthony trial. Listen, I got to call him Mello because I cannot easily say his name. All right, 2 p.m., John Panica reports. Prosecutor Dewey Mitchell ends his examination of forensic video witness by saying 15 minutes elapsed from the time Austin Metcalf and his twin brother walked into the stadium to the time Anthony is led away under arrest. Okay, so why don't we have 15 minutes of the footage then? So we should have 15 minutes of footage then, right? Okay. I don't think I have 15 minutes. All right. So defense attorney Toby Shook cross-examined Mark Porter. Shook gets Porter to admit that the video doesn't definitely know when the argument between Anthony and Metcalf begins or ends. Porter testifies that there appears to be some shoving on the video. Porter said it is possible the person being pushed may have been sitting down. That's what we see, right? Porter says it appears to be a shove, and when asked by Shook, could it have been a punch? Porter answers that's a possibility. Porter testified he cannot tell with certainty whether what is shown as a shove or a punch. Okay. After the incident, the video appears to show Anthony walking on the track. He is met by a coach who has his arms over him in what looks like some form of embrace. It appears Anthony is squatting on the track and grabbing his head. Shook appears to be trying to make the point that Anthony did not run away from the scene and hide like the state said he did. He's correct. We saw that. We see that people were chasing him and he was running. He ran to, looks like, some coaches, but he was not trying to leave the scene. Okay. At 1:30 p.m., let's see if we got any questions real quick. Any questions while we're reading? I'm skipping right over the trolls. Real question. Why did they release the edited footage? You know what? They always doing diabolical stuff like that. Like always doing diabolical stuff like that. Let me scroll up because I'm reading comments backwards and I'm trying to go over. Hey, Tangi, I'm trying to not read the trolls because they're not worth my time at all. None of my energy. I already done said an F-bomb. I don't even like saying F-bombs. But guess what? I'll say it again if I have to, but I don't like it. So I suggest you leave me alone or you will get cussed out. And I'll just repent later. Tangi says, has anyone seen the video that's going around that supposedly shows Eddie changing clothes right after it happened? I've been looking for that video. People have sent it to me. And now, for some reason, I cannot find it. It's because a lot of people inbox me evidence. I mean, a lot of people. And it gets lost. But I think I found one. Let's take a look at this. But it was a lady that's coming on who said that actually wasn't Eddie. So we're going to say that this is alleged. Okay? Let's stop sharing this. Remember where we stopped off at real quick. Because I do want to look at this. She is going to come. She was actually in the courtroom. So she'll be able to give us more information. So, but we'll just read this. I mean, not read it, but watch it real quick. Let's see if you can see it. Let me blow it up. That is the best I can do. Let me get some of these comments off the screen so we can see it clearly. I, for one, I can't say for a fact. So.
Right there. See him? Taking them off?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who is
that?
That
look like Eddie. That looks like Eddie.
And why would he be taking his pants off?
Hey.
Exactly.
I'm talking about his ring.
Because maybe he had blood on his clothes.
And he looked around before he walked off.
Yes.
That looks like Eddie, y'all. He's got that hairdo.
Can you rewind it back? I missed it. I couldn't really see
somebody down here, y'all.
There he is. Look. That looks like Eddie, I'm telling you.
That does look like Eddie.
I can't see his face. So I can't say for
I think that is Eddie.
And look how quick he's walking, y'all.
Well, I stopped it.
He looked around after he did it.
Let me see if I can. Oh, somebody's on the floor.
Right there. See him? Taking them off?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right, so it started all over. All right. So again, that is a video that's going around and multiple people are saying that does look like Eddie. Again, I cannot state it is for a fact. So I will not say as a fact that is Eddie because I cannot see. Okay. His face. But again, we have a guest that's coming that will maybe be able to shed some light. Because for some reason, our video is just not clear. It's just so blurry. All right, so let's go to the next question. We have so many trolls in here. Someone said, if he had not had a knife, it would have been a simple fist fight. He would have been home, not in jail, whatever happened to knuckle up. No, because if you would listen to Hunter, so you guys don't want to listen and you don't want to apply critical thinking. Hunter admitted that him and Austin had an altercation. Do I need to play the video for y'all? Even if I play it, you're not going to believe it. You're just not. Because you want to spread false information and then project your intentions and your racist hearts and opinions onto other people, and you're mad because we stay involved. Now, I'll play it for you. He said, Hunter, he said, we had an altercation. We is him and his brother against Karmelo. But y'all don't want to hear that. Hold on. We have a guest. What is she saying? Okay. Y'all don't want to hear that. Let me just pull that up for you. Because y'all be acting like y'all don't believe nothing. He said it out of his own mouth. And you still don't believe it. Let me see. No, that's the wrong one. Let me find the right video. It's this one. You can hear him say it. Hear for yourself.
What happened today?
I don't know. I got a phone call from Hunter. He was screaming that Austin had been stabbed. I was at work, and so I drove. I work in Grapevine, so I drove up to the hospital straight away. I actually beat the ambulance there.
Hear him say it for himself.
Yeah, I saw them have him come out. He was on a lot of machines, and it didn't take long for them to come in to say that he had
passed
passed.
her testimony.
So
I'm going to go straight to
not sure, senseless, alone, and I'm just so worried about him. I really am.
Was Hunter with Austin today?
I mean,
He was.
He's a good kid. Oh, man.
Listen to Hunter's words. He's telling you what really happened. Some of it.
We just had a little altercation, and that's really it. But
what did he say?
He has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
He said we had a little altercation. We. Plural. Not he. We.
It's a family, and
I'll get on my
they're there
nerves,
together.
Ryan.
So, but just to put your arms wrap around the support.
Are you here?
Says
Are you
Hunter,
ready?
You want to talk to him?
Who's ready? It's my
Oh,
guy.
man.
I'm gonna drop the link. We'll have an open panel tonight. Let's talk about it.
We just had a little altercation, and that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone around you knows he's a great kid. He just one mistake from that dude, and just took my brother. Just he didn't deserve it. No one deserves a loss from a family like that. I know people that lose their family members all the time, but I just didn't know it was gonna be mine so soon.
So
my best friend and my brother my whole life, but if y'all could just not y'all, sorry. Just thank y'all for just comforting us, and the Frisco area has been comforting my family and me, and I just really appreciate everything that everyone's done. It's just it's a really hard loss, but we're gonna get through it with my family, so we'll just stay together. I mean, our relationship is really the tightest I've ever seen in somebody, between two human beings. I mean, we did everything together, clean the dishes together, do the yard work together.
They do everything together. They even fight together. So stop with your BS. Hunter is the one that approached Karmelo first. Austin comes behind him. They're both standing side by side over Karmelo. It's in the video. He said we had a little altercation. If it was not for Hunter approaching Karmelo, Austin wouldn't have got up to go defend his brother. And then they proceeded to touch this boy more than once, according to the police report, according to testimony. So that's a bully. That's a bully. And it was more than once. Had he kept his hands to himself, then Karmelo wouldn't have had to defend himself. Period. Point blank. Keep your hands to yourself.
You name anything in the world, it's always us two and one thing. So you're always just basically one person.
You guys just a few minutes
Hey,
apart?
it's Shanaria. Thank you so much for being here,
Austin
baby.
was first by 4 minutes. He got stuck in me.
So technically, your bigger brother.
Yes, ma'am. He does a lot of big brother stuff around. He's always on my back. Even if I'm in the wrong,
Hear
he'll
that?
always take my side no matter what.
Yep.
So
He always has my back. Even when I'm in the wrong, he's always going to take my side no matter what. And that's exactly what happened that day. And that's exactly why Austin is not here. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Because neither one of those twins or other kids stopped to say, you know what? If this kid is not going to leave, hold on. Let me go get the coach. Period. That's what you're supposed to be teaching your kids. So don't come over here with that bull crap because I'm not trying to
it's
hear
really
it.
heartbreaking to see someone that,
Let's
that
go.
cares for you that much and does everything
All of
even
them
by your
bullies.
side no matter what, just pass away like that.
Your mom told me that you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, you need to move. He's like, make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid,
So
I tried to whip.
So am I hearing this right? So they're saying that Karmelo said some disrespectful things, so that's when they get up and say you gotta move. Okay, that's crazy.
Around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not gonna talk about the rest. So
Yeah.
Didn't he say that Austin grabbed his bag? Hold on.
He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, you need to move. He's like, make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid.
So Austin grabbed his backpack. So Austin grabbed Karmelo's backpack. That's what he just said, ain't it? Ain't that what he just said? He said Austin grabbed Karmelo's backpack. So all these things are bully mentality. What gives him the right to put his hands on somebody's property? And then you proceed to put your hands on him more than once. And we all saw it was a big tussle under that tent. And it wasn't just one person. And you got some people that don't believe that Karmelo was the one that really stabbed him. Let's read some comments real quick. Do I really want to live in a world where wait a minute. Where'd the comment go? I was reading the comment and then it just slipped away. All right. Tasha says teenagers be trying to show out for their friends. Absolutely. Acting like the big bad wolf, but it didn't play out in his favor that day. I mean, you know what? I mean, I agree. That is exactly what happened. All right. Let's see. You don't tell me what to do, sir. Kiera says Karmelo will be free soon. I pray for that. Amen. I believe it. And then Sugar says, we're talking about Frisco, Texas. It is really a sundown town. I didn't know that they exist because I'm like, I live in the Midwest, but that stuff's crazy work. Crazy work. Cupcake says exactly. Cupcake says the real question is why did they release edited footage? Right. We know it's not the whole footage. And Sugar says racist, immoral people. And then they want to call us racist. Come on. Let's see. Yeah, we need the footage. Yeah, we need the footage. We absolutely need the footage. We're not denying the act. We're denying the intent behind the act and the reason and the stuff that led up to the act. It was self-defense, idiot. Let's see. They did that boy wrong. Very wrong. Britt said, it's not Eddie. That's a Centennial student. Yeah, and I had another young lady also say that wasn't Eddie as well. Yep. That's not him. I've watched the footage. Okay. Let me see. Gabby says the old tractor trailer Thomas exactly. Okay, so let's keep watching. It's a lot of trolls mixed up with the comments.
I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid, real strong. And I know I'm strong too, but he's a little stronger. But he did a lot for our family and a bunch of stuff that we just don't recognize. And it's just like, especially throughout our friends too, like everyone knew, like he was the peacemaker. That's what I'm saying. Like heard someone who really makes peace, really calms peace down. He makes everything sail smoothly. And because I get upset, but then he calms me down. He was just always there for me. So it's just really heartbreaking to see like how this happened.
Stop spreading them in the chat.
17.
Yeah, they'll be 18 in July.
I saw a lot of articles say you guys were 16. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they're 17.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Austin wanted to play football.
He would have played college football.
He would have.
For
sure.
He definitely used his mindset, his skill level, his IQ at the game was probably the best I've seen in the Frisco area.
Yeah.
As a linebacker, he was a stud, and I always try to fill those shoes with him and play with him. And I had a blast my whole life playing sports with him my whole life. It was just me and him always good against people. And our last year together was this year, so it's just really heartbreaking not to see him next year on the field.
All right.
Sorry, my love. Oh my goodness. I saw that he won like linebacker of the year
for the Frisco Memorial. He was
second team all district, which he should have been first.
Yeah.
But it's just everyone knows around this area the impacts of what he does for football and what he does for families and friends. Like he's just a great guy overall to be around, and
hard worker.
Extremely. It's just really hard. It's just really hard to see someone go like that just for like recklessness.
My focus of my story is, of course, on Austin. That is what's most important. But what would you say about the suspect and what's next?
I don't know anything about him. We have nothing to say.
I've never met this kid, so right then, it really was under 30 seconds, this altercation. I've never met this kid in my entire life. And it's just...
And to be honest with you, we don't want to give him any recognition or any care, because we have no desire to have anything to do with that man. So...
Okay, so that is that. Is this diabolical that people want to skip over the fact that if those children would have did the right thing, which is go get if Karmelo was acting the way that they said, which I don't believe that he was, but for instance, he was, they should have went and got an adult or a coach. People want to look over that fact. People want to go straight to, he brought a knife, he's the aggressor, and we clearly know that he was sitting in that tent because we're looking, didn't even get up. Even when they was arguing, he was still sitting down. He didn't get up until he was attacked. So he did what he had to do to get out of the situation, period. Now, are we saying that he shouldn't have been charged with nothing? No, that's not what I'm saying. Charge him with bringing a weapon to school if you want to charge him with something. But to charge him with murder as if he grabbed the knife, decided to put it in his book bag and go to the school to intentionally hunt down somebody to unalive, that is what is diabolical. Okay? And we're going to talk about it until it's overturned and he gets a fair trial. Period, point blank. You can keep coming in here all you want to. It's not going to stop the show. It's not. So let's get back to the reading. The guest has not showed up yet. So let's get back to reading. All right. Let me wear my little welts. Okay. All right. We have our guest on the screen, I believe. Welcome, welcome. Is it Nick? I can't see your name.
Yeah, it's Nick. Hi. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late.
It's okay. It's okay. Let me put us on the screen. Welcome, welcome. So you were actually in the courtroom, right, during the trial?
Yes, I was in there. I was able to get in every day gracefully with the help of. I was.
Okay. Tell us about your experience.
How much time do you have?
I got time, girl. I got time.
I don't know what happened to her. I think me and Raquel were supposed to come in together, so I apologize if I came before her on accident.
Okay.
I thought she was already here. Well, my experience, it was definitely an interesting experience. I will say the first 2 days during the voir dire process, it was pretty easy because we were in the overflow room. And we could see everything on the screen. But that Thursday of opening statements, we definitely got a rude awakening. It was a very, very long line. I didn't get in until probably after lunch that day. And then the second day, I probably got in around 1:00. And then from then on in, I got in from morning to from the whole day. Because I kind of figured out the system. But it was definitely an interesting process. I've never really seen a trial kind of go like this before.
Okay, so what was your overall impression of the courtroom, the atmosphere throughout the trial? Both of you. I want both of you to tell us.
Is she here yet? Oh, okay.
Hey, y'all.
Okay.
Hey,
sis, I'm sorry I left you. I thought I had you waiting for me.
No, it's okay. I literally just walked out of the office, so I definitely want to make sure I had time to give you guys attention. And it's a lot. It's been a long 14 months of discussing this case, debating this case, and we've had our own interactions with the Metcalfs, our own interactions with some of even the witnesses who testified on the stand. So
Okay. Well, we are excited to hear about your experience. Whatever that you can bring to us, because right now we're just guessing. They won't release, the file to us, and it's a lot of misinformation out there. And then you have some truth out there and a lot of discrepancies. So we are excited to have you here on our panel with us tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. So let me ask you this. How did the jury appear to react during key witness testimony? How did they act? Body language.
Okay. So I will say they did react. There was a heavy reaction to when they played the 911 call when Joshua Redmond, the Liberty coach, was on the stand. I did see a few jurors crying. It was just an overall emotional reaction in the court in general. But I specifically looked at the jurors to kind of see their reaction to that. And they were sad. Even some that kind of looked like they weren't paying attention, like kind of looking off a little bit. You could still see like tears coming in their eyes. I think some of them knew they were being watched, so they were trying to be very,
discreet,
intentional in their movements. Yeah. But, there are humans, and having court on Saturday, going to, that process was a lot for them as well. So I can imagine the exhaustion of them taking in all the testimony and the emotions of it all and the pressure that they felt like they had on them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So that stood out to me. And when they showed, because we couldn't see when the medical examiner was on the stand, we weren't able to see the pictures of the heart and the womb. And one juror, she held her mouth in like a gasping kind of way, like she was a little bit traumatized by it.
I bet.
And I will say they did take more to the prosecution. I could tell by their body language, some of the things they laughed at. When there were those moments in court, they did take to his personality more than I would say the defense.
Okay. What about you? Your experience?
Yeah, so I was only there for the last day of arguments. I was there when the defense rested their case.
Mhm.
And so I only got to see the defense witnesses and their reactions. And my boyfriend actually was with me, and he's the one who focused on the reactions from the jurors while I focused on, the prosecution, the defense, and taking notes to what was being said and
Okay.
what the responses were. And he definitely noted that, it was unusual that nobody was really taking notes. That was something that he definitely notated.
Right.
He did say that he saw people, kind of when the witness would talk, they'd turn their head to the witness. And when the prosecution or defense would talk, they'd turn their head to them. So I
Okay.
can't really tell. There was at least one person who was just pretty much out of there, not paying attention at all.
Wow.
But, not taking notes was something that I paid attention to. That was really interesting.
That was very interesting. So they
There
they were.
was there was one juror who I feel like she consistently took notes. Maybe not the whole time, but I feel like she always was writing something.
Mhm.
But I also don't know if she deliberated. We don't know the jurors that actually deliberated because the alternates and the main jury stayed together the whole time.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
and they weren't polled um, for their verdict. For their decision. So we
Oh,
something we'll never know, I guess.
yeah. Okay. Well, which witness seemed to have the greatest impact on the courtroom, and why? Which witness that took the stand do you think had the greatest impact of the decision on this case?
Mm, that's a good one. That's a good one. Can I split it up? Can
Yep.
I? Okay.
Yes. You can be more than one.
Okay. I think a few stood out to me. I think the 911 call, Joshua Redmond. I do
Okay.
think, and he was a state's witness. I do feel like he was just, kind of telling his story of
Mhm.
his experience trying to save, Austin's life.
Right.
And then we hear the 911 call, and you hear him in the background, doing CPR, and just encouraging him to stay, you know alive.
Right.
And you got the family crying. I was sitting right behind his mother, the Metcalf, Megan Metcalf. I was sitting right behind her that day.
Okay.
And you have them, sobbing.
Mhm.
And it was very impactful, and the day ended right there. So I do think that was a very impactful witness. I think Vincent Hooper, the heritage coach that Carmelo ran to,
Mhm.
I do think he was impactful, even though he was a state's witness. I think he gave more of a of Carmelo's mindset of,
Mhm.
he didn't know what he did. He didn't think that is what happened. He wasn't aware.
Right.
He made him human. He was like, he cried,
Mhm.
to the point where they consoled each other.
Right.
And you're reminded that he's just a kid, because I do feel like the prosecution um, were very detailed in trying to paint him as, a cold-blooded
Right.
person with this secret weapon that he was going to antagonize people so he can, kill them. It was just like, it was very weird how they painted him. And I think Vincent Hooper kind of changed that for me. Well, even he didn't have to, but to me, he set a tone for who Carmelo was he's a child. Like he
Right.
was a child. He was 17, and his mindset that day.
Yeah, and people forget that he was a child. And I read in the state of Texas that when it comes to criminal, the age of 17, they consider them as adults.
Hmm.
That
And
is correct. Yeah.
I think that that's wild, but I did not realize until I actually read the arrest report that I do have that he was booked in as an adult. I'm like, what do you mean? He was 17. He's a minor. Nope. And I looked up the law in the state of Texas that the criminal age is 17. I was like, dang.
Very much so.
What about you? You said you was only there the last day, so you were only there for
Yeah.
closing arguments, so you wouldn't know, right? Okay.
I wasn't
What?
there for the closing arguments. I was there for the defense last three witnesses.
Okay.
I, what I'll say was impactful to me.
Hmm.
Um, specifically when it came to the Centennial student that was there with Karmelo.
Okay.
So he basically made it clear that he had or the prosecution, when the prosecution did his cross, he made it clear that he had met with these students before. And I
Right.
guess one of the students said, I don't want to say the word surrounding. Right. So it seemed like the prosecution tried to basically coach this kid and, tell him not to
Yeah.
use the word surrounding. And he pretty much, put that out there. I don't think he even realized that he was putting that out there and kind of, showing what the prosecution was doing behind closed doors, but he definitely
Mm-hmm.
did.
Yeah.
Um, so I found that very impactful because it kind of gave me an idea of why these witnesses were coming up here and saying what they were saying.
Right. It was like when I'm reading the little inserts of what the prosecutor was saying, I was it's like he wasn't telling the truth. I mean, down to the part where he said that Austin was already in the tent when Carmelo came to the tent, but that's not what the video shows. Is that what you see on the video?
Well, so the video, I think, so we weren't there for when they showed the video, the actual video that they showed to the jury.
Mm-hmm.
We do have people that we know that went to go see this video at Frisco ISD last year. And
Okay.
when the video was released to the public, the one that was shown to the jurors, they were like, that's not the same video we saw.
Wow.
There were some differences in the videos that they saw, and even Austin supporters, because we came from an algorithm on TikTok that we call Debate Talk,
Mm-hmm.
and basically we have been debating this case for over a year. So
Mm-hmm.
you have Carmelo supporters and you have Austin supporters, and there was a total of 39. Me,
Yeah, it was 39.
yes, it was a total of 39 people that went to go see this video, some of them being Carmelo supporters and some of them being Austin supporters.
Mm-hmm.
And even Austin supporters have come out to say that video that was shown in court was different from the video that they were shown.
That's,
So that was very telling to me.
yeah, absolutely. It's actually diabolical. Why would
It
you
is.
release a video to the public that's totally different than the one that the jury see? What is the use of that? That doesn't make sense to me at all. I want to ask you guys. I don't know if one of you were there. I think the other wasn't. The testimony of Eddie. I want you, please, break it down because Eddie is my
Girl,
prime suspect because
Eddie.
Eddie just lied from day one. I mean, from the very first police statement, according to the narrative report, when they were in the locker room, he told the story and said it was a kid who I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
he
Well, actually, I think that was I forgot his name. It was MN, whoever MN is.
Oh, okay.
Because,
I
and I
don't know
thought
if
that for
we're.
the longest.
well, the police report has EP Eddie Paro, the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's
so so on the police report, I thought the same thing for like almost a year
okay.
until actually an Austin supporter pointed out that wasn't actually accurate. And the only reason I know it's not accurate is because, and that I actually agree with this Austin supporter about that not being accurate,
Mm-hmm.
is if you go down in the police report where it's talking about it, he talks about how EP,
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, and another student are in that locker room. And they put EP. So we've been calling him EP, Edwin Parr. We've been calling him EP
Mm-hmm.
because that's what's
Mm-hmm.
been in the police report. And
Right.
every time EP was mentioned, his
Mm-hmm.
name was mentioned, EP. We didn't, of
Right.
course, know what that was, but it was mentioned. When
Mm-hmm.
they were discussing that second witness statement in the
Mm-hmm.
police report,
Mm-hmm.
it scratches out the entire name. Scratches out the entire
Uh,
name. So we knew for a fact it couldn't be EP because EP had been mentioned as EP in the police report
uh-huh.
over and over and over again.
Okay.
And I didn't realize that. I thought it was EP as well.
Okay.
But EP did get on that stand and make it seem like the only way he knows Carmelo is through his girlfriend.
Okay. Now you make me want to pull up that police report because I want you to point it out to me so I can,
Yes, ma'am.
be accurately informed as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
the last thing I want to do is say the wrong thing too. So I'm going to pull that up if you don't mind. And I want you to, if you can, point it out to me where you guys figured that part out for me. Okay. Hold on a second. I am trying to get to it. I don't know why It is not allowed me.
Also, I noticed that the police report was a little bit different. Did you notice that, Nick Nack, the police report they released with the
Yeah.
evidence? There was
Yes.
things that were not put in the original police report. So that's
Okay.
definitely worth exploring the differences between what's in each police report. One thing I noticed was that they did not mention that in the second police report that was just recently released. They mentioned that Carmelo was most likely there for a sporting event.
Okay.
And in the first police report, it does not mention that. So we've been arguing if he was supposed to be there or not, if he was participating or not. We had to do our own digging to
Mm-hmm.
find out that he was actually on the roster to participate that day.
Okay. And what did you
So I
find out?
found that interesting.
We
He
we
actually
found
was.
yeah, he was on the roster.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
did come out in testimony. People were saying that he was suspended, which is not true.
Okay.
We know who was actually suspended from the team at
And
the
who was
time.
that? No, for real.
it,
It would
yeah,
be Hunter
it,
and
it,
Austin. They were
yeah,
both suspended from the team.
for skipping out
And
on the
for
March 22nd track meet.
So
yes,
okay, so they were suspended, and this Coach Starr,
Mm-hmm.
called a suspended student to the track meet to be a leader. He didn't say that he was supposed to police the tent. He just said to help lead the event, right?
Correct.
How was
yes.
that? Okay. All
So,
right.
so from his testimony, what I gathered, because it was the comment was a little murky because it was like
Mm-hmm.
I want to be careful of the words I use
I
because they did
understand.
say, he was suspended from the team. They were suspended from the team, but also like it just says, they were kicked off because,
Mm-hmm.
kicked off and suspended I mean, they kind of are the same, but I guess they can have different contexts.
Right.
So he was, he was saying like he just kind of did it to give them a wake up call because he wanted them to add value to the team and support their teammates. So them coming that day, him and another student, Austin and another student,
Mm-hmm.
were supposed to be leaders and help him because their school was hosting the event, which came with a lot of responsibilities. Um, but he in no way, shape, or form, and he said that I would never want him to physically remove anyone from the tent or the
Okay.
canopy. And if
Right.
you see how these canopies are set up, like, let's be for real. Like
Mm-hmm.
the way they were testifying, like, oh, these are locker rooms, these are your home base. These are
Yeah.
some flimsy canopies.
Okay.
Centennial didn't even have a tent that day.
Right.
So, it's like it can't be that important, for the way they were acting. Like
Right.
it was these canopies are so serious. They're really not.
Mm-hmm.
They're not that big of a deal that they were
No,
trying to act. Yeah.
they're not really tents, if you ask me. They're
Yeah, they're canopies with logos on them.
right. Right. Yep. All right. So, was it Taylor Wetzel? Was that the testimony from the? I'm
I
trying.
think it's yes, Taylor Wetzel. Yes. No, that's the first student who pointed out that EP was friends with Carmelo.
Okay.
It's actually
Alvin Fisher.
Fisher. It's
Okay.
Fisher.
Let
So
me
if
make
you
sure.
go down
Okay.
to the first, the second paragraph,
Is this the right? No,
where
it's right here, right?
it's
Oh,
on page 4. Yeah, page 4 of 7.
right here. Okay, I see it. Alvin Fisher. All right. So counterpoint.
Yeah. Mhm. So
So
he
it's
said, I made contact with Hunter Metcalf and then EP. They were both breathing heavily and crying due to the nature of events. They were with coaches on the field and it started pouring down raining. We made the decision to relocate to a locker room just to the east to get out of the rain. Once in there, things calmed a little bit. However, they were still hysterical and could not really talk. In there, I learned Hunter was the brother of the victim. I attempted to ask them both what happened. I could not really get anything out of Hunter, but Blank said he wanted to speak. So you see the difference between EP and then Blank. Now, at this point, they haven't mentioned that it's actually 3 people in this locker room.
Mm-hmm.
It says Austin and the male went back and forth, and then Austin stood up and pushed the male to get him out of the tent. Blank said during this time of arguing, the male was reaching around in the bag he had, and it was at this time the male took the poker out. I'm sorry, TikTok language. Took the knife out and stabbed Austin and then left the scene. This was all that blank remembered. After this, I stood by the 3 athlete witnesses until
Mm-hmm.
CID arrived and interviewed them.
Okay. All right. So that makes sense. But I got a question. Something's odd about the redactions in the report that they released. Why do you think that they allowed Eddie Paro's initials to be shown where no one else's were? Do you
I
think
actually found that a little weird too, to be honest.
that is extremely weird? So you're saying that, and now I'm following you. It was Paro, no, wait a minute, Eddie Paro, and Hunter Metcalf, and then there was a third student that wasn't really identified, but he just began to speak, said he wanted to speak, and you can
Right.
tell that because the redaction is shorter. In my mind, he's just calling the kid by his first name, Eddie. So, but when you point that out, that makes a little more sense. But again, that's only one word. It's not like a 2-word redaction. It's too short. So he's only calling this person by his first name. And that's what made me still believe it was Eddie, because I don't see
Right.
why. I don't know. This is a very short redacted name. Do you think that's a full first and last name that's redacted?
No, I think they just got a first name and they didn't get the full name. That's what I think happened at first. But I think that Craig Thomas got it because he put EP and MN when he was talking about
See the
he
way
was saying
this
as,
reads. I'm sorry.
oh no, I was just saying it was when they were talking about that they kept them separate until detectives could speak with them. They say J, EP, and MN, which is why I kind of got the impression that it might have been MN because that was another officer that may have gotten the full name. So I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. See, this one doesn't say that, I guess. It doesn't say. Well, it does says after this, I then stood by with 3 athlete witnesses. I was thinking that it was the first witness that they talked to, and then Eddie Paro, and then whoever else. But it's just odd, I guess, that they got, I don't know, they got the 2 names for the other witnesses, and this one was just called his first name. So it kind of read to me like it still was Eddie Paro, and he was just calling him Eddie, because the way it reads, it says, I attempted to ask both what had happened. I could not really get anything out of Hunter. He didn't say he couldn't get anything out of Eddie. He said, I could not get anything out of Hunter, but blank stated he wanted to speak. But at that time, he did not say it was 3 right there. He only said it was Eddie Paro and Mr. Metcalf. I mean, Hunter Metcalf. So when you have the short
Right.
redaction, in my opinion, the way I'm reading is, it's still Eddie to me. But you guys have studied it longer. Tell me what happened in the courtroom, though. I won't keep harboring over this. I'll study it and read it. I'll go keep going back and like, okay, look, let's by his first name.
and it's still a possibility that it could be EP. I just thought it was highly unlikely because they kept mentioning EP as EP.
Right,
So that's why I was thinking that.
But would you agree that that's only a one name? That's impossible. It can't be 2 names. Right. That one block is that little short block. That is
No,
a
that's
first
definitely
name.
one name. Yeah,
And
that's
what it said
definitely one
is,
name.
right, and I wish I was on the debate with you, because I would have pointed out what it said is he couldn't get anything out of Hunter. But Eddie is the one that wanted to talk. He didn't mention another one. I'm sorry, I still think it's Eddie. It's just me, though. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I completely understand.
Okay. Hold on a second. All right. So what do you guys think? Let's ask the audience. What do you guys think? Do you think that, what do you say, MN? That this person that said they didn't know Karmelo was Eddie still, or do you think that the person on, I don't know their names, but that they were debating with is correct? Because when I'm reading this, it's still, to me, is saying Eddie, because he said he couldn't get anything out of Hunter. He didn't say he couldn't get anything out of Hunter nor AP. Does that make sense to you? Maybe. I don't know. I'm asking the audience. What do you guys
No, I
think?
get what you're saying.
Hey, Arch.
I get what you're saying, and it's still definitely possible.
Yeah, I kind of think it's Eddie, but you never know. It's redacted. We won't be able to know for sure until they unredact this information, and I hope it's not 13 years like they did Kendrick Johnson. Period. Okay, so let's get back to your guys' experience. I just want you to point that out to me. Okay, I appreciate you. I really do. I thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank
All
you
right.
again for having us. We've been trying to basically get information out. I mean, we tried to tell people Jeff was a racist
Oh yeah, he most
a year
definitely
ago.
is.
So,
I totally
we've been
agree with
trying
you.
to inform people about this case.
Do you know what I'm going to do now? I mean, I have a tons of questions for you guys. I'm going to let you tell your story. Just go ahead.
Ooh.
Start talking. Free,
Oh
open,
man.
open floor.
So I think that the first experience. So again, we've been on Case Talk on TikTok Live debating Austin supporters. I
Mhm.
think that the first interaction that we had with the case,
Mhm.
outside of us debating, was when one of the witnesses came up on a TikTok panel.
Okay.
And I actually have the video of him coming up on that TikTok panel. I've actually talked to this witness myself. Um,
Okay.
he did a TikTok tour, is what we call it, when you go to panel to basically tell what happened um, in that particular case. And I'm sorry, I'm going through a rough patch, so I might go
It's
out.
okay. It's okay.
Um, my service might get spotty. But it did seem, and Nick Nack, you might have to take over. But he definitely came on TikTok Live. He, of course, came to the what we call ops panels or Austin supporter panels.
Okay.
He said that his friends had shared the live to him. His
They
friends had
shared.
shared the live to him. So this kind of,
Okay.
yes, they shared the live that was talking about, like, they were debating the case, and they shared the live to him. He came up and said, "Hey, my friend shared the live to me," and he started talking about what happened. I found it interesting that he said his friend shared him the live, because that definitely means that there were students, including some of these witnesses, that were in our TikTok lives listening to us debate.
Okay.
Um, so I feel like that's extremely important to mention, because a lot of the things that we heard from those witnesses, one of the witnesses even said lethal versus non-lethal force. These are words that we've used in debates.
Right.
So he came up and he basically said that he felt like both of them were wrong, Hunter and Austin, but all Hunter did was tap his shoulder, is what he said.
Okay.
Or Lord Hunter, Austin, all Austin did was tap his shoulder, is what he got on the live and said. um, and then he started going to other lives, and the story started changing a little bit. So he
Okay.
definitely had a couple of different stories on TikTok Live. He told us he wasn't a witness, and then ended up being a witness. Nick
Okay.
Nack was actually there and was like, "Oh shit, he's actually a witness."
You said his name was
um,
Nick Nack.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking
think
about Nick Nack. She's on a panel.
Oh.
This we
Sorry.
called this kid PJ.
we
We
call him
called this
Okay.
kid
PJ.
PJ.
Okay.
Yes, but he was one of the witnesses for the prosecution.
Okay.
Um, and he definitely testified against Carmelo.
Mhm.
I remember him saying, or I remember when they came back with the notes from what happened in court, he said that um, that Carmelo tapped, or Austin tapped Carmelo's shoulder after telling him, "I don't want to fight you at a track meet." Tapped his shoulder, and all of a sudden, this demonic kid just poked, just
Right.
stabbed. Right. So that was his argument. I'm sure Nick Nack can give you a little bit more information, but this is also what he said on panels,
Okay.
using the same exact diction, actually.
Well, I will agree that Austin tapped his shoulder, but that's when Carmelo said, "Touch me again." You know what I mean? That was the first touch. He did tell half truths, which is what they all did, tell half truths, because it was more than one touch by testimony and by the police report, right? He was touched more than once. So the
He
tap was the
absolutely
first
was
time.
touched more than one time.
Yeah, the touch, that was the first time. He just didn't tell the other time.
I actually think it was more than just,
Hmm.
yeah, I feel like everything that all the quotes that Carmelo said, they were all responses. And that's why I really don't understand how that's being missed. He's like, "Okay, as long as you don't touch me, we cool.
Right.
No one has a problem with me being here but y'all." You
Right.
know, okay, you touch me, but don't punch me. Like
Right.
all these quotes are like, okay, these are clearly responses
Hmm.
to, things that are being said towards him,
Right.
which makes me question the profit provoking the difficulty instruction, because I don't think all three factors were met. I don't even think none of them were met, but definitely 2 and 3 were not, which is going to be interesting down the line, in my opinion.
I agree. Now, what they failed to do, and I don't know if you were there to hear it, we don't know what was the words that were said in between because everybody skips over that part. Jeff Metcalf. Well, I'm not going to say all that was said, and probably, in my opinion, maybe racial slurs, because even Hunter wouldn't tell us the words that were exchanged between them. Were they able to say anything in the court about what the words were?
So these children,
Mhm.
they kind of, so he, am I able to,
Yes,
am I cast? Okay, good.
yes.
We come from TikTok, so it's a little different over there. So
Auntie be cussing and asking God to forgive her after every
okay,
line.
okay, cool. I can be an adult over here.
Yes,
So
can.
so they did say, one of the memorial students,
Mhm,
who actually said that he switched spots with EP to sit next to Mello.
mhm.
Just as a side note, EP said, "Oh, he wasn't even under the tent." I was like, "Y'all,
Lying.
yeah." I don't, and honestly, that was probably the most honest thing I felt. It was two things that I felt in his testimony was actually honest,
Mhm.
and his face and his, like, he really was like he wasn't even there. So
Right.
I he but and even I can't remember who was crossing him, but he was like, are you're saying he wasn't in the canopy? And he's like, no, he was like at the event, but he wasn't under there. Whole time this kid allegedly switched places with him. So I was a little confused about that, and I did notate that. But my thing is, maybe he did switch spots with him and then he left.
Mm,
Maybe. But that, which makes his testimony kind of crazy, because he said that Carmelo said, fuck y'all. I'm
mm.
not leaving. Y'all a bunch of pussies and ain't gonna do shit about it.
Well, I mean,
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
mhm.
So on Cross, he was like, I think Michael Howard was like, you're you're saying you were close enough to hear Carmelo say this. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, so other kids will testify to hearing him say these words, correct? And he's like, yeah, they should be. Yeah, I don't think he never mentioned that day.
Right, right.
When he was, or whenever he was first talked to the to Detective Ross, he
Hmm.
said he said, yeah, he doesn't remember if he brought that up or not, which he didn't. So,
Well, in this footage, there was a kid that walked out of the tent. Do you think that may have been Eddie? You want to take a look at it
well,
first?
this kid that said this was not Eddie. So EP was very much, he was there. So
No, the
EP
one
was there.
when you said that Eddie said that he walked out.
Well, he didn't say that. That is me concluding, like, maybe
Oh,
he
okay.
did walk out, because there are two things that I felt were truthful about EP's testimony, and
Mm,
that was one of them, because he really, I could see his face.
mm-hmm.
Um, and I was being an observer of everyone. So I could tell he, like, really did not remember him being there. So I was saying maybe once they switched spots, maybe he did leave out, but he claims that he heard Carmelo say something that no one else has testified to him saying, like, not like no one else.
Right. And everybody has different. I mean, their stories are so
Different.
they're different, but they also sound coach as well.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, there was
let me.
some definitely coach. There was some coaching,
Yeah. Yep.
in my
Let me.
opinion.
I agree. Let me ask you this pertaining to Eddie's testimony. What was his reaction when after he actually? I think that he said that he barely knew Carmelo or whatever. He was trying to downplay their friendship or relationship. What was his reaction when the defense attorney brought out the photos?
Child. He still acts like he. So he said he only hung out with Mello probably about 2 or 3 times with the girlfriend.
Mhm.
Um, and then it was like this. The defense asked to approach, and then we kind of took a break. So when we came back, they just start going in on him like, okay, so do you remember the first time you met him in 2000, December 23? He's like,
Mhm.
yeah, but I didn't know. He's like, I didn't know him until then. And
Mhm.
then, he's like, so then it comes out, he texts him and said, take care of my, you're a cool dude. Just make sure you treat my cousin right.
Okay.
And then he's like, he doesn't remember texting him about the 2 man a few days later. He doesn't remember the soccer game, but then he's like, okay, yeah, I do remember. And they're like, okay, was he comfortable there? And he's like, yeah, it seemed like, he was comfortable, but they went to the soccer game together. Like some things weren't even pictured. There weren't pictures of.
Right.
Um, and then we start getting into all the family pictures of,
Mhm.
them just being together. And he said something about the basketball game that we see that picture kind of circulating around.
Right.
And he says, you know, well, I just assumed he was like he was trying to downplay inviting him.
Don't you think that's weird?
Yes, it's like he was like, well, I thought he was coming because it was his girlfriend's dad, uh, event. But
Mhm.
Carmelo didn't even know about the event and didn't know where it was until EP actually texted him and said, "Oh, we're here. Come here."
Right.
Um, And then, of course, my favorite, the guitar picture of them in the room. He
Mhm.
didn't remember. He remembered he came to the bonfire, but he didn't remember that Carmelo helped him even start the fire. He was like, I don't remember.
He
Um,
remembers every
yeah,
single thing.
he
Like he
says he doesn't remember. So they had to show them pictures. And then they asked him, in a 3 big period of time, y'all spend a lot of time together.
Mhm.
This fool said, he grown now. He says, not really. What you mean, not really?
I know, right?
Like it was just, he really, really tried to downplay
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a
their
second.
relationship.
Hold on a second. You said you're tired of hearing about this little monster, but you're on my platform. I don't think that you're tired because if you were tired, you would bypass any live that is mentioning Carmelo Anthony. But you come into my shit with this Austin Metcalf mentality. You know what that is? Bully. So you think you're gonna come in here and say all this bull crap and just disrupt the whole live, and it's okay. Yeah, you said you're tired of hearing, but you got your dumb ass up in here. That makes sense, Don. Next time you say something stupid, you're gonna get banned, and that's permanently. So either sit your ass down in my house and be respectful, or you're gonna get out. Period. Point blank.
Oh, I
And I'm
like it here.
Oh yeah, you can say what you want to. Now drop the link for anybody else that want. You can hit the link because if you can say anything in the comments, you can tell it to me. If you can't tell it to me, you a punk ass. That's all I have to say about it. So either take your ass on up out of here while we're having a conversation, or STFU. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Let's get back to it.
No, it's okay. Hey, that was me yesterday. I'll cuss somebody out quick in the comments.
I was gonna say this is what I do every single day. I just get restricted for it on TikTok.
Oh well.
They I think because my voice is a little bit lower, I don't get restricted as much, but I go in too, so it's no worries.
They won't monetize the video. That's okay. I'll get a super chat or something that'll make me happy. If I don't, I'm still happy because it's still justice for this kid, man. They railroaded this
Absolutely.
kid, and I don't care about what these trolls are in here trying to do. If you're tired of hearing about him, why the hell you here?
Yeah.
Make it make sense. All right,
Facts.
let's get back to.
Facts. Okay.
I'm sorry. I
No,
got a
it's
question.
okay. What's the question?
Question is, wasn't it a witness that testified that Eddie called Carmelo over to the tent?
Yes. It was
Yes, it was a
actually.
memorial student.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was a more student.
Tell me about that.
Hold on, let me get to his. I like to read verbatim.
I love that. I love that for us.
I like to do that.
I love it.
It's better for me. Give me 1 second.
And I do have people. I think some of them have come in here. I'll see if they want to come up. But we have people that went and saw that Frisco ISD video last year.
This panel can hold 10 people at one time.
Oh,
Okay, I'll let
cool.
them know. I'll let them know.
Yeah.
Give me a
See
second.
if
Let's
they,
talk about it.
we
Let's
can see
keep.
if they want to come in.
We got to
Um,
keep bringing awareness. We got to
so
keep pissing them off. Go ahead.
so he does say, he said, he asked him, he said, is it clear to you that EP knows Mello? He says yes. He said their interaction displayed like they knew each other. He says EP calls him over to the tent as he is walking through the bleachers. He said it was friendly. Mello sat down and greeted EP. They spoke for about 5 minutes, like friends catching up. And he said he was sitting below EP, but he was below and right by EP. So they none of them knew where they were. Let's just let's just put
Right.
that out there. None of them knew who they were. And it actually came out that he had spent time under the memorial canopy before with his friend Jeremiah last the meet before that, the March 22nd meet.
Mhm.
Him and Jeremiah were hanging out with their friend Anthony Mendoza. And everything was fine. There's also the picture of him and EP talking at other meets and hanging out. So I was a little confused
Right.
Also,
by
one
the
of the
instant. I don't know you.
Mhm.
Yeah, also the defense said that, or one of the defense witnesses, it
Mhm.
was one of Carmelo's friends, a Centennial track student as well that had graduated. He had
Mhm.
made it clear that him and Carmelo had sat under the memorial tent with friends multiple times. And they
Really?
were yes, and they were under. When did they say? I'll have to check my notes too
Yeah,
from that day.
that's who I just mentioned, Jeremiah, because he's 18 now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I said his name. Yeah, they were with Anthony Mendoza under that at that March 22nd track meet. So that was
Yeah,
just the meet before
right.
Okay.
So all of a sudden, I don't know you, and
Right.
all this
we don't have
witches and
anybody
whatnot.
under our tent. It's against the rules, you know.
Right.
Um, that
And
was
then,
very interesting.
according to the video, right? Eddie and Carmelo, they were already under a tent. Okay. Did you watch the video that was released?
Yes,
Yes,
we
yes,
have
yes, we
combed that
have.
Okay.
video so
Okay.
many times. It's
Okay.
ridiculous.
So, but listen, did you notice the demeanor of Austin and Hunter and the boys, the way they were walking so fast
Yes.
through
Hmm.
that,
And
like,
that's something that the people that went and saw the Frisco ISD video, that was the first thing that mentioned. And these were, again, Austin supporters saying the
mhm,
same thing. We have video proof of this as well,
mhm,
of these supporters, Carmelo and Austin supporters, talking about what they saw in the video. So this is what happened. The Austin supporter actually was scheduled to watch the video with two Carmelo supporters. It
mhm,
wasn't, it was just done miraculously. It wasn't, something that they had planned on doing. It
right,
just happened. So Frisco ended up having them, all three of them, in the room watching the video together.
mhm,
And that Austin supporter had to admit those boys walked up there with some sort of intent. She specifically said they walked up there with a mission.
you can.
Um,
I'm sorry, keep going.
no, go ahead, go ahead. I know I can rant a little bit, so
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no. You can see. Now, here's my thought. You can see, just like I'm going to agree with whoever said that. They had a mission because when they got
Hmm.
to the tent, they went straight to him. So my question is, who texted them and said Carmelo was in the tent saying that their football team was ass? Was it Eddie? Could have been Eddie. They text, Austin and Hunter says this dude over here talking about the football team. And so they coming over there to check him intentionally. What do you think about that?
I hate to say it though.
Go ahead, say it.
I think it was deeper than the football team
Come on.
because I feel like I can't get a full picture of anything because their stories are so inconsistent. Because EP says he didn't even know Carmelo was in the tent
Mhm.
until Carmelo was saying, "Oh, y'all's team is ass. Like we're gonna beat y'all." And then he said, "Oh, he noticed he was in the tent because he heard him talking, and then he dapped him up." And he was like, "So you dapped him up after he said that?"
Right,
It
right.
Mm-mm.
was
That he
just
dapped him up after
like
he was
be
talking
for
shit.
real.
We know that Eddie called him to that tent. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Eddie, and I also believe Eddie texted him. Okay, this is what I believe. And
I do
told,
Well,
feel like it's deeper. I feel like it's something
go ahead. Yep.
yeah,
deeper than just, oh, this is the tent, this is football, this we're right. They're not even like each other's main rivals.
Can you
So
yeah,
educate me?
exactly.
Educate us on what you think, because on this panel, you can
Um,
free reign.
so I think I'm gonna mention my boyfriend noticed my boyfriend's like really good at investigating certain things and
Mhm.
he noticed
Yes.
that Austin and Hunter were both following Carmelo's girlfriend. And there's no way that Austin, and I have video proof of that. I can send you all of this. I'll make sure I send you all of the videos of what we do have. But they were following his girlfriend on Instagram. And I found that interesting because she wasn't following them back. I did check that before she deactivated her account. Luckily, I recorded how we got to their followers. We went to Austin's followers and we were able to search her up in his under his followers and we saw her. But when we looked under um, who she's following, she wasn't following either of the twins. And there's no way Austin could have followed her after his unaliving. You know,
Right.
Lord unaliving death.
I
Sorry,
know.
the TikTok language. But yeah, after his death, there's no way that he could have, followed him after that, followed her after that. So I definitely think it has something to do with the girlfriend. I think that this was more of a setup. And I think Eddie invited him over there for
Mhm.
the twins, if you want me to be completely honest.
I do. And you know what? Y'all got to bring me the tea.
You know
We
what?
want
I'm gonna see if I can
we
go
want
ahead
the
and send you
tea.
some of these videos so you can play them. You can see them yourself. Give me a sec.
Mhm. Listen, we want the tea. We want it all.
They should have had us on the job because I hate to, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I know I could have defended. I could have been a better defense attorney than what I feel like was presented here, and I do feel like his hands were tied. I think something did happen in that 3 hour break that changed the trajectory of his case.
Mhm.
And I do think he rested reluctantly. Um, but at that point, I'm like, you got to do you can't do that.
Right.
I don't know the strategy. I don't understand. Um, I do have a paralegal degree, so I did try to look at it from every aspect, and I
Mhm.
just feel like it wasn't enough. And
No, I agree. It wasn't up. It's like he was not defending.
mm-mm.
He wasn't defending this kid.
He did. And I don't understand. I don't. I'm not from Texas, so I didn't understand like the etiquette of their courtrooms and things like that, and who may have a
Mhm.
relationship with who besides Toby Shook and his relationship to the prosecution.
Mhm.
But it was just being in there, and I often say, of course, I said Carmelo before now was innocent because he hadn't been proven guilty in the court of law, and that's his constitutional right. But
Right.
after going every day and seeing everything, being a part of the process, and watching that,
Mhm.
it's a different motivation for me now. Now I am Team Carmelo.
I am too.
Now I am taking a stance because what I saw was terrible. It hurt. I'm still haunted by it, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet. I bet
It's very
because they're
traumatizing.
trying to really villainize this kid. They're trying to make it seem like he's some type of gangster. They're trying to make it seem like
It's
he
not.
premeditated, and we know that he wasn't. I do believe that he was really scared. And I'm going to ask you guys this because it is getting a little late here. I'm not great to end it yet, but would you guys be willing to come back at a
Absolutely.
at a set
Yes.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
a
yeah.
set
And we
time?
can
And
bring people with us too. We'll
okay,
Yeah, we
come.
can
We'll
bring
bring gang.
people. Yes, we'll bring. It's an algorithm of about, I'd say maybe 1,000 people total,
Yeah.
okay,
consisting of Carmelo and Austin supporters, and we definitely have some Carmelo supporters that have been doing the same thing that we've been trying to do: spread information. I remember last year we were putting up videos of Jeff calling a BLK woman on one of the panels that we were debating on the N
mhm.
word with the hard ER.
Hard
Oh my
Um,
ER.
God.
hard ER. I have video of that too. I'll send that to you. I have already sent the videos of the boys following Carmelo's girlfriend. I've sent that to you.
Okay, let me
But
see.
yeah, there are, there's videos of Miss Megan Metcalf coming up on the
Mhm.
panel and asking for Austin supporters to debunk that Carmelo was being chased. But
Wow.
ironically, PJ, one of the witnesses, told us that, and I have that on video as well, told us that Carmelo was chased by EP and Hunter.
Wow. Oh, I
And,
believe that.
and
I
what's
believe that.
interesting? EP said, "Oh, I wasn't gonna do anything to him," but the coach testified that he tried to beat him up and said, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
kill him. He stabbed my brother."
Let me
So he just be lying.
Yeah, they all are liars. And
He
let me
be
tell you,
lying.
who was the one that did you see that those two kids ran to the trash can and dropped stuff in it? Did you see that on
So
the video?
yes, so I will say, in testimony, one of the students did testify to after the event happened, he ran to the trash can. Now he didn't say in testimony why.
Girl, you
Um,
see why he dropped something in it.
But
But
see,
go ahead.
they're saying that that's another kid, and there
It's
are a lot
two.
of there exactly. But
Mhm.
one did testify. He said he ran to the trash can, but he didn't specify why he ran to the trash can.
Right. Tell him if he's watching that you don't need to specify. We see you dropping stuff in it. Okay. And the same kid that ran right behind you did the same thing. And then one of them circled back around the, stayed around the trash
Mhm.
can
And got something out.
and picked up the trash can, dug in it, took something out, put it in his pocket, and then hauled ass. Okay.
Honestly, I think that Carmelo's phone, we haven't heard about his phone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
that wasn't something that was listed knickknack in
Mm-mm.
his in the contents of his backpack.
I didn't hear
Right.
anything about his phone, and I know
Oh,
there was an issue that his laptop wasn't pictured.
well, the
Yes,
In
phone.
evidence.
it wasn't logged into evidence, and the
Mm-hmm.
defense asked about that, asked the Cortez, I think Officer Cortez, why that wasn't logged in.
Mhm.
Everything else was logged in, his puzzles, his homework, everything was logged in,
Right.
his car keys except his laptop.
Right. Now, did he have a little flip phone? I thought that's a little flip phone that I see in evidence.
I didn't
Mm,
see anything about his phone.
Let me see. I got the
Yeah.
pictures right here. Let me see if I can show them.
Because I was wondering that because I know there were reports that his phone was broken,
I
and
think it's. I don't know what
I
this is, y'all.
I believe Hunter said something about I lost my best friend over a phone or something of
yeah.
the sort like that.
A
So there
phone.
were locals. There were locals who said that their kids saw Hunter's Snapchat, and Hunter's Snapchat on the day of, people were finding out that Austin had been, he had died through Hunter on Snapchat, and basically Hunter said, "I can't believe I lost my best friend over a phone."
Over a phone?
Yes,
What?
and if you remember, Carmelo's uncle, when this first happened, Carmelo's uncle mentioned that they had taken his phone and broken it.
Mm-hmm. Broke it.
Oh, wow. See, this is crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna show this, and I don't know what it is, so that's why I'm asking. Oh, I need to get back to that video too, because I want to show that before we end for tonight. But why is it that I can't get to my what the entire hell? Why can't I get? Do I have too much stuff open? Could be. Hold on, I'm trying to get to my PDFs, and it keeps not wanting me to get there on my share window. Come on, let me share my PDF. Jesus, I want to share it because I was trying to share the okay, hold on, put you back on the stage.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why it keeps kicking me off, so sorry about that.
It's okay. I just don't understand why it's not allowing me to share my PDF. Let me, if I put it over here, will it show up? Oh, there it is. All right. So, what is this little orange thing right there? I don't know what that is.
Mm.
I'm like, that's why I was asking. Does he have a little flip phone thingy?
Mm-mm.
I
That
highly
looks like
doubt that that's a
yeah,
phone.
that
It
looks like
looks,
a case to something maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or
Okay.
yeah, or a battery pack, maybe.
Battery pack. Okay.
Yeah.
So this
this
is
is
all.
him and these snacks crack me up because I'm really big into zodiac. So the fact that he's a Taurus and I'm like, I knew he was gonna have snacks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because Taurus keep a snack.
You can look at the contents of his book bag and tell
He's just a kid.
he's just a kid, and he has
Exactly.
a Scooby Doo crossword puzzle
Mm-hmm.
right here. Guys, look at that. That's a crossword puzzle. Are you kidding me? He has notes from classes,
Hmm.
Cheez-Its, Liquid IV, you know,
Mm-hmm.
his phone cord, whatever the hell that is, pins, his hair thing.
Yeah, we
He,
can find out what that is. We can find that out and tell you.
what are these? Muffins, cream pie.
That's
It's
what I
just
said. He got some snacks.
yeah. And look at
So my boyfriend looked up what that was. He took a screenshot. He's in the live on YouTube.
okay.
He took a screenshot of it and he searched it up using the screenshot. It is a battery pack for phones.
Okay.
Yeah.
But his
Okay.
phone is not in evidence. Oh my
No,
God.
it's
That's what
not.
I said, and I was like, "Where's his phone?" I have repeatedly asked that, and no one's really gave me an answer.
Guys, do you
Also,
see?
why would his uncles lie about them taking his
They
phone?
wouldn't.
They
You know,
they did
They
take
would
his
not.
phone because
And
his phone
shout
was
out
not
to
here.
them. They were in court every day, just supporting and loving him. While everybody says, "Oh, he doesn't have any support." Everybody in that courtroom, besides, of course, who wouldn't support him, was there. Those 27 people who fought to get in every day.
Well,
You know,
support him.
yeah, mostly. I'll say that. I'll say mostly. I'll
Well, you
keep
know
my.
what? All
that's
day,
true.
every day, we're gonna keep shouting, "Free Carmelo."
And that's
Yeah.
right. Before I forget, because I will, I wanted to tell you the other thing that I felt impactful about EP's testimony that I thought was truthful.
Okay.
Um, was that I did believe that he didn't remember the student he supposedly swapped seats with, and they also asked him on direct whose fault was the stabbing, and he got a little sad, and you could tell like he paused and he hesitated, and he said, "I don't know."
He doesn't know. They know.
He said, "I don't know." And to me, that was one of the most truthful things
He had
um,
said,
that
right?
he said, because the way he just kind of looked
Yeah.
and didn't know how to answer and didn't want to answer and was feeling something, and his eyes started to water, and he was like, and he just kind of he whispered it. He was like, I don't know.
You know what? These kids, we're gonna pray, and I have a specific prayer. And anybody that prays or sends positive thoughts or whatever that you do, this new trial that we are speaking into existence, I believe that
Yes.
he will have in Jesus' name. We're gonna focus on asking God to touch the hearts of those witnesses to tell the truth, free themselves, and tell the truth. That's
Mhm.
all we need is for them to tell the truth. We see the truth. Don't look at the don't excuse me, y'all. Don't pay attention to the trolls. Don't pay attention to fear. You're no longer in school. You're not in a pack anymore, if that makes sense. Just tell.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I was gonna say, just people that are in Frisco, they have said a lot of these students do go to college together still, so they're still in the same kind of circle proximity to each other, which
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it could explain a lot. I saw the one kid, the memorial kid that testified for the defense, reluctantly. Let me say, he did not want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
He had been ducking and dodging Michael Howard the
Mm-hmm.
whole time. He only got to talk to him 2 minutes before he got on the stand because he was not answering his subpoena.
Right.
So um when he saw like his teammates and or his schoolmates and people in the room, he had a panic attack after we came back from break.
Right. A
You
lie he
know,
had.
he had well, he started off telling the truth. He was for the defense. He said
Right.
Hunter approached him. Hunter didn't like being disrespected.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that they said Jeff Metcalf was coaching a
Right.
little bit about the disparity size of the twins.
Right.
But he had a panic attack. I think they're genuinely scared of perception and what the future could hold if they tell the truth.
Well, that's why it's so important that we keep making noise. Does that make sense? That's why it's so important that we continue to humanize Mello. It's so important that we adopt him as our nephew, our cousin, our brother. Because at the end of the day, the same railroading that was done to Carmelo could be done to my
Mhm.
son, your brother, your uncle. We see it every day. And I believe that as long as we keep talking, because we don't give a damn about these trolls, these no lives that's in the comments, and they decide they want to come to your platform and try to bully you, and all I can do, and I'm sorry that I have to say it, is that Austin fucked around and found out, and that's just all it was to it. Now they get mad when I say that, and I really deep down in my heart, don't want to say it, but they say so much diabolical things that it just makes you just tell the truth. That's what happened. He walked up on a kid, bullied a kid, him and his bully brother, put his hands on a kid, and they found out finally what bullying can be. And it's a sad situation. And I pray that other kids learn from this. I hope they think, more than once, hey, don't put your hands on that kid. Let me go get an adult. Does that make sense? Because look what happened to Austin Metcalf. Leave him alone, man. Let's just go get the coach, man. Let's go get look what happened to Austin Metcalf. We don't want that to happen. I'm hoping, and that's the message that should be taught right now. But you got trolls in the comments that want to say watermelon felon and he's a murderer and he's this and that bring stuff out of people that you don't really want out, right? You really want this to be a lesson to bullies. Like, keep your hands to yourself. Sorry, I had to say it, but that's really what happened. He messed around and found out. Now I got to ask God to forgive me for cussing again, and he will. But that's what happened. Stop bullying. Teach your kids to keep their hands to themselves. All right, I'm going to play this video. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, did I cut somebody off? Because I got a bad habit of doing that.
No, you're good.
I really do. So I want to play this video because we really are past our time, but I wanted to give you guys an extra time. We actually go live at 7:45 p.m. every night. Sometimes I don't feel up to it. Would you be willing to return tomorrow night? Is that a good day? Or the night after?
Yeah. I do work. I do work until 8 p.m. Central Time, so I think that's 9 p.m. your time.
Okay.
So as soon as I get off, as soon as I walked out of the office today, I logged on. So
sounds good to me, guys. We'll have late nights a little bit, so maybe we'll start a little later. Is that okay with the Truth Gang? Is that okay? Put a 1 in the chat if it's okay that we start a little later, so they will have time to gather their evidence or whatever they need to send us. Because I really want to hear the debate situation. And then tell your team they're welcome. Welcome.
We definitely got some of our team in the chat already.
I can't see the chat, but I know they're there.
Okay. Well, the Truth Gang, we want to hear the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay? So, before we leave, guys, because we started, at 7:45. And it's almost 10, and we all got a job, even though they in the comments talking about, get a job. I got a job.
I definitely have a job.
That's why we go to live so late. They so ignorant. They just be trying to get a reaction.
They're rage baiters. No, I was saying they're rage baiters. And sometimes I do feed into it, but usually before now, I didn't need to. I would just be like, oh, whatever.
I do sometimes, because sometimes it feels good to cuss somebody out. It really does. And
yeah,
I not cuss their ass completely out. I don't care. I'll cuss you out. Like I said, God, thank the Lord for forgiveness. But I will cuss your ass out. And if you surround me, and I told you don't touch me, you might FAFO too. Okay?
Sorry.
I'm not even going to even hold you on that. That is facts. I'm too old to fight. Don't even want to fight more than one person. Don't touch me. Period.
Yeah. And I'll try and send you everything I have. Videos of PJ on the panel, one of the witnesses. Videos of Austin and not Austin, Lord. There was a video even where Hunter was in the background. Megan Metcalf came on the panel and cammed up, and Hunter and PJ, the student that we had been talking to, was in his background. So they were together. So yeah, definitely want to send you what I do have, videos, clips of these kids talking. It's a lot.
Listen, and we want to hear all of it, because what we do here is we don't want like misinformation and stuff like that fake autopsy report. People sent that to me so many times, and I'm like, and I researched it.
It's not real.
I'm like, I'm not getting ready to post this. Are you out of your mind? It's not real. I don't want none of that.
None of it. I've been debunking. Well, together, we've been debunking, but I've been the one just posting it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, and it doesn't, people don't like to hear it all the time because the conspiracy theories and the lies are more interesting. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yeah.
like Mello can be set free on the truth,
Truth
on
only.
Exactly.
his truth of what happened, and hopefully that will come out sooner than later. But I definitely, there's a lot of things that we need to be debunking and focusing on posting things that are actually accurate.
Yes.
Like him, post him. Like if you see, I know his family's been posting him on my TikTok. I have a video of him like dancing
Right.
with his siblings. Just things like that, like things that are
Right.
good about him, because they're oversaturating right now the media with negative things about him,
They are.
painting him to be someone that he's not. So
Right.
instead of
And
spreading lies,
yeah. Yeah. I agree. Listen,
spread the truth.
it is so important that he has a dream team, right? I mean, a
He
powerful
does.
team of
Very
lawyers,
powerful.
and and a whole nation praying for this kid, right? It is so important that we continue talking about Carmelo Anthony right now. It's so important that we continue humanizing this kid. It's so important that we continue making noise. That is exactly what we're gonna do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh,
Thank
to
you
the
again for
whole
having me.
team, we can fit 10 people on this panel and let's get it. Right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna play this video and then we're gonna end for tonight and we'll meet up tomorrow. Is that a plan?
Yep, that's the plan.
That's the
Sounds good
plan.
to me. Truth Gang, y'all know how we do it. Drop Truth Gang in the comments. We going to watch this video and we out of here for the night because we all got jobs contrary to what the trolls believe. So let's watch this video real quick.
So I think that's Hunter's profile. Yeah, that's Hunter's profile.
Mm-hmm.
And I searched up the girlfriend's profile. I was able to click on it.
She didn't even accept it.
Yeah, I requested. I
Oh, okay.
requested. That was me requesting. She
Okay.
originally had her profile open, and
Mm-hmm.
her profile showed pictures of her and Carmelo.
Gotcha. So they were
Mhm.
jealous of Carmelo.
I think she has something to do with the reason they approached him that day.
I
I do.
actually listen. I'm gonna stop this real quick because it had come to me, and we talked about this in the Truth Gang chat. I said I wonder if there was any type of altercation or argument between her and Mello, prior to that, anything that happened, some type of fallout, to make her
Mm-hmm.
maybe want to ask Eddie to
To
try to
do.
get right to get back at Mello for her. And that came to me,
Well,
guys.
that is I understand why you would think that. But I do have some sort of rapport with someone that is I have so I she loves Mello a lot. She's supporting him,
Hmm.
and just based on what I understand of their relationship, I don't think that would happen.
Okay.
Now, I will say y'all got to get in these TikTok streets because we be hearing all the tea.
Okay.
So we did
Yes.
hear
I do
Megan
have a TikTok.
say, "You do? Oh yeah, come
Hmm.
over. I'll follow you back. We can follow each other."
Cool.
Um, she did.
Yeah, we do run lives on TikTok as well,
Yeah, we
talking
do.
about this too. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the same person, Auntie Leah. On
Auntie
TikTok.
Leah. Okay, I'll
Auntie,
find
okay,
you and
we'll follow
I'll
you.
give you a follow.
Perfect.
Um, we did hear her mention. I don't know if y'all heard about some alleged incident that happened in February that might have been brought up during his bond hearing.
Hmm.
But Megan did say that
It wasn't.
was
Just to
what
correct
happened.
you real quick, Nick Mac, it wasn't Megan who said it, but Megan was on the
Oh,
panel.
she was on the
Um,
panel.
and
Okay.
she has been talking. She had, they had basically made it clear that they had been communicating off the app via phone with some of the Austin supporters that we were debating.
Hmm.
And I guess she had informed one of the Austin supporters of what happened, quote unquote, in February.
Hmm.
And that's where that's coming from, that Austin supporter, because she was in the room when she said it, and she had just got off the panel. She had said she had to go spend some time with her boyfriend.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I do believe it's valid, and I believe it's something that she told her and gave
Okay.
her permission to go ahead and talk about.
Okay.
It
Well,
in, well, it involved Austin's childhood friend and Carmelo allegedly.
I can't wait to get
So
into that tea.
Yeah.
Listen, we'll be back tomorrow, okay? You want let's finish watching this. And Truth Gang, y'all know what to do. Y'all meet us here tomorrow. Y'all know what to do. Drop Truth Gang in the comments. And we're so excited to be able to team up with these beautiful young ladies and learn more about the inside and the details that were not told to the public, if that makes sense. Okay. So I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to let everybody go. Okay. All right. So this is her. You requested. Go ahead and explain it to me.
So I checked, well, my boyfriend had checked both of them and found out that both of them were following his girlfriend. We knew that was his girlfriend because before she went private, of course she was going private because people were starting to go in her comments and harass her. So she went private on or at least on Instagram. I think she's still not private on TikTok. But she did go private on Instagram, and she did have pictures of them with the little cowboy fit when they did like a little photo shoot. It was actually really cute. And she had that was the only pictures that she had up. She had one set of pictures up, one post. But we knew that that was his girlfriend, and also, of course, she's also posted him on Instagram. I mean, on TikTok. She is. You can check her out on TikTok. Her name is pretty similar. I think it's actually almost the same. But that's definitely her.
Okay. All right. All that makes sense. This is just crazy work. We're gonna continue. Like I said, let me turn is my camera on? Yeah. To keep talking about Karmelo. We appreciate Nick Nack and Justice for Karmelo. I don't know what your real name. I don't know we just call you Justice for
You
Karmelo.
can call me Rack. Rock. It's fine.
Rock for being here tonight. We really do. We appreciate you. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play our outro, which is our Truth Gang anthem, and we hope to see you guys tomorrow. And yes, please send me all of the videos and whatever that you got, and we can display it all, and we can just talk about this kid and let the world know who he really is, because I'm just so tired of these bullies, these trolls trying to make him something that he is not. So is there anything that you want to say before we end the live tonight?
Just think. Oh, do you want to go? You can go, sis.
I just want to say there's so much more that we could tell you about what happened in the past year, or really 14 months as we've been debating this case. So I can't wait to be able to kind of go over some of those things and
I
go
can't
into
wait
detail.
either. I'm excited. Okay.
And I
So
just wanted to say thank you
you're
again for
welcome.
having us. I wanted to just say hashtag whatever it takes, hashtag believe Carmelo. And like I said, if you, there is information that I do share on my TikTok about the case. If y'all do want to check out my TikTok, I don't want to
I
plug myself.
do.
Yeah, I don't want to plug or nothing, but I'm just saying I do have like some things that I wasn't able to share today.
Put your do me a favor. You can share anything on my panel, but
Okay.
put your TikTok. Do y'all see the back chat?
Um, I I don't know. I'm fairly new to this. I'm
StreamYard.
a millennial, so I'm in the middle. Some stuff I don't know how to do
I'm a
yet.
Gen X, honey. I'm 50, almost 52.
Okay. Oh, you look good. Okay, period.
Thank you, period. The black don't crack. I'm just saying. But
Okay.
anyway, but okay, so I'll share you your TikTok. Just give me the put the link in my
Okay. And it's
inbox, okay?
knickknack. It's really just my name. It's knickknack underscore big Jim.
I was gonna put it in the chat so people can follow.
Oh, okay. How do I put it in there?
Um Put it in
Is
the
this?
you see a private chat box?
I think so. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I do.
Type it
Okay.
in there and I'll be able to paste it. You as well, Rock. I did post my TikTok in the comments for you guys. Please follow me on TikTok as well. All right, so I got Knickknacks. I'm gonna put her TikTok. Please, guys, follow the TikTok. And then I am waiting on Rock. Are you?
Raquel, I can put hers. Raquel, do you need me to put yours in there?
She's muted. I don't know how.
Okay. I'll put hers. I know
Okay.
it's
All right, I think I see it. All right, somebody put it. I got it. She put it in there.
Sorry, I'm still
Did she
learning how
put-
to use this.
It's in your heart. Yeah,
Did you
I
put
know,
it in
right?
there? Okay.
I got it. So,
Okay.
guys, we are out for tonight. You know I love y'all. Oh, now I have to find my song. Y'all know how we do it. Truth Gang in the comments. Let's rock out. Truth Gang.
No, no violence. We stand on facts. Yes, Lord, if it don't add up, we don't rock.
Karmelo Anthony, drop it in the comments. That's for Kendrick Johnson.
On truth, no cap, no spin, no disguise. No, we see through every lie. We do pressure on them every time. Crush Truth Gang, never fall in line. Never don't move our rumors, I verify first.
Love y'all. Peace and love.
Shake it, I dissect
Y'all can
every
drop
word.
down whenever you want to.
Cross check facts.
All right, thank you so much again.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
Independent mind, I don't follow the crowd. If the truth get buried, I'm digging it out. They be talking loud, but they stand on nothing. I'm building a case while they building discussions. No bias in my lens, I don't lean left or right. If it's wrong, I'ma call it on sight. Every claim get tested, every angle review. We don't chase opinions, we align with the proof. What's no, we on up, don't ride. No feelings in it, we won't prove. Standing 10 toes on the truth. Nope, we see through every lie. Pressure on them every time. Pressure, Truth Gang, never fall in line. No shortcuts taken, we follow the trail. Even if it led somewhere, people won't tell. I don't care who involved, I don't care who it hit. Truth don't pick sides, it expose what it is. Every detail matter, I'm zooming in. From the start to the end, where the gaps where it been. If the timeline off, then the story collapse. And I'm bringing
Thank you
it
again
up.
for having me. I'm sorry, I keep going in and out.
We welcome,
But I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, baby.
They be hoping we stop, we apply it again.
Never.
10 toes planted, we ain't moving for nothing. Truth Gang solid, yeah, we stand on something. It don't matter where it led, we go. It don't matter what it shows. We know truth ain't easy, but it's necessary.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe. Come back again.